In a previous video, we derived a formula for a change of variable in partial derivatives. Now, this is an example. We have z is equal to 6x squared y cubed minus xy squared plus 15. But x is 3t minus 4 and y is 4t plus 5. What I want you to do is to find dz by, delta z by delta t. Okay, so you're finished? Finish finding delta z by delta t? Alright. Now, here. You could, of course, go through the steps that I used earlier in the previous video. Now, one way to remember what to do here. You have delta z by delta t equal, you remember that there was some type of delta z by delta something times, so delta z is up top, delta t is down the bottom here, plus here delta z is up top, delta times delta t is down the bottom. Going to write the same thing up here so that they can cancel, and the same thing up here so that they can cancel. Now what is it you're going to write? You look at what you can find. We can find delta z by delta x, and of course delta x by delta t. See that? Delta x can cancel delta x. So the form is correct. Now, what about the y? You can find delta y by delta t, of course. Delta y by delta t. You can also find delta z by delta y. See that? Alright. So we need delta z by delta x. Delta z by delta x is, look at this, you can see this is going, when you take delta z by delta x, the 2 in the power will multiply, it's 2, 6, 12, x to the 2 minus 1, so it's 12x, and then y cubed, right? 12x, y cubed. Alright, what's going to happen out here now? Minus 2 xy. You see that? What about delta z by delta y? So we found delta z by delta x already. We need delta z by delta y now. Now here, delta z by delta y. 3, 6, 18. 18x squared y squared. So we have 18x squared y squared minus, this will be 2xy. See that? Well, the 15 will go to 0. So that's that. We need to find two more things. We need to find delta x by delta t. To differentiate this, x equal 3t minus 4, delta x by delta t is going to be 3. So delta x by delta t is going to be 3. And then after that now, we have delta y by delta t. What you can see here is going to be 4. Alright? So delta y by delta t is equal to 4. Now, here, we can multiply them out. Right? delta z by delta x times delta t. So delta z by delta t is equal to, so the formula says z by x by t. So here delta z by delta x is all of this is 12xy cubed minus 2xy multiplied by 3 plus then delta z by delta y and delta y by delta t, which will be 4 18x squared y squared minus 2xy. Alright, so there we have our expression for delta z by delta t. And of course you can open the brackets, simplify, alright? 3 12 36 xy cubed minus 326 xy plus 4 by, what was it, 18, alright? 4 by 18, that's 72. X squared y squared minus 4 to 8x y. Okay, so we can simplify it a bit, you know. You notice, if you have a 72 x squared y squared plus 36 xy cubed, then you have minus 8 and 6 is 14. And these can subtract each other, right? So you're going to be minus this will be 8 and 6 14 minus 14 x y. Alright, so that's what we have for delta z by delta t.